God supplied the supplies. Written by Brother Michael Watson, narrated by Brother Jerry Morley. This testimony happened in June 2023 when we were almost finished constructing our new church building in Pine Top, Arizona. I was acting as project manager, and there was one particular scope of work that I knew would be particularly tricky: the water line for the fire sprinklers. We needed to install an 8-inch water line for the sprinklers and get it approved by the fire marshal. This fire water line needed to tie into our 12-inch main water line, and the tie-in required special parts. These were not common parts that we could grab off the shelf at Home Depot. They were a collection of small fittings that we needed to special order way ahead of time. I made sure that our contractor ordered these necessary parts several months in advance of the estimated installation date. I confirmed and double confirmed which parts we needed and that they were ordered. I checked to make sure that the manufacturer could indeed fulfill our order on time. I had a dedicated conference call with our contractor to go over each of the parts in detail and confirm that we had everything we needed before the big day when the water company was scheduled to install the tie-in. I thought we were all set. But then, the day of the scheduled installation came, and I met the contractor and the water company on site. It was then I discovered that the contractor had not ordered all the correct parts after all. We were missing a bunch of parts that we needed. As an added pressure, we had to perform the installation within a 3-day period because we had to get the fire marshal's sign-off before he left for vacation. We had to do the job ASAP or suffer a potentially big delay. We sent a flock note text to our branch asking everyone to pray for this issue so that we can move forward. The guy who worked for the water company called a local supplier and found several of the parts among their stock. Thank God. But we were still missing parts. He said the water company had a stockroom where they kept random extra parts, and he'd check it to see what he could find. Amazingly, he found all the parts we needed, except one. And he couldn't complete the job without that part. As a last resort, he decided to rummage around his work truck. Lo and behold, he found the last part, loose and rolling around in his truck. What are the odds? We believe that God came through for us that day. He answered our prayers. The picture at the top of this article shows the parts God supplied. While we were building our church building, God was building our faith. Here's a picture of how our church building turned out. We thank God for this beautiful new church building and for supplying all our needs and showing us His power again and again. May God bless you and supply all your need according to His riches and glory by Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:19.